All right. Ladies and gentlemen of the stage, the Magic R. Let them hear it.
Yes. You know, Brooke, you know what absolutely cracks me up about one-night stands? Always afterwards, she says, you know, I normally don't do this, and I hope you don't think less of me. And, you know, I always want to say, you know what, sweetheart? What you just did for the first time is absolutely perfect. And then I say, speaking of which, you know, when you rubbed your tongue across my balls, it was almost like you were thinking it was a Ben and Jerry's Chunky Monkey ice cream cone, for God's sake. And, you know, I'm thinking, you know what? Either you've got real talent or you got beginner's luck. Right after my divorce, I'm at the hardware store and a guy walks up and he says, hey, Ray, are you going to Mark's party Saturday? He goes, do you know if he likes power tools? And I said, you know what? I was married to the same woman for 23 years and I didn't know her. I didn't know she liked vaginas and power tools. I couldn't figure out what was happening to all my fucking batteries, for God's sake. I have researched online dating, and would you believe that the #1 fear of men when they meet the woman for the first time is fat? And for the woman, the #1 fear when they meet the man for the first time, murder. You know, I thought about Match.com until I kind of read the whole thing, and then I realized they were going to put me with a woman who has similar likes and interests, and we have a lot in common, and I got to thinking, fuck, I don't want to go out with a weirdo. Shit. Then I was checking out eHarmony, and there's 155 questions that you answer about yourself, and then one of those questions is sexual orientation. And within sexual orientation, there's 17 different possibilities. One of which is only gay on Wednesday night. And this cat has been staring at me since I got here. You know, I think that this whole online dating thing is kind of like online shopping. You're shopping for people that nobody else wants. And you got to pay $50 a month to do it. I've got a golf buddy, and every time I see him, he always tells me a different online dating horror story. He tells me that women will lie about their age. And he said, you know what? They will post pictures that are 25 years not current. And he said, you know, I saw him just the other day. He said, you know what? I've got a brand new rule about online dating. He said, I tell all these chicks ahead of time, before we meet for the first time, that if you are not as pretty as your pictures that you've posted, you are going to buy me drinks until you are. You know, I like to tell people that I'm kind of old-fashioned, and I like to meet women the old-fashioned way. And my girlfriend I like to tell people that we met in line instead of online. And I'm standing in the Italian restaurant carry-out thing, and I look up and there's this stunning girl standing in front of me. And so I introduce myself and I work my magic on her just a little bit, you know. And finally, I convince her to have drinks with me later on that night. So we meet, and the first thing I have to tell her, I said, you know what, we may have a problem. She said, what's that? I said, well, you have the same first name as my ex-wife. She said, no, it's not a problem at all. Because you have the same first name as my dad. How do you respond to that? You know, a lot of my wingmen have been lately getting engaged, married, or both. And you know, I enjoyed being married. It's kind of like dating, but under different circumstances. And so my girlfriend's here tonight, and I have to tell you that she has every quality in a woman that any man could ever want. Honestly. No, and we have a great relationship, which kind of brings me to the crossroads in my life where I'm at right now. And I was thinking about this the other day. I thought, you know, do I want to stay up late watching porn, masturbating, or do I just want to stay single? Thank you, McCurdy's.
The Magic R.